we all have a gap. We all have a gap. And I've simplified this in my life to how do we fill that? So this is what I want to share with you. Okay, so very fancy writing. I'm going to share with you where you started. I don't know if where you started is out of high school, out of college, started your career. You could put this anywhere in your life. And then as we go, we get to where you are today, this very moment. And life was just blissful and perfect from where you are to where you are now. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully it's growing, but it's like, you know, life is really like this, right? Like, I got the job. Okay, I'm so happy. I don't really like this job anymore. I'm going to start my own business. Okay, it's going to take a little time. Oh, I can't do this. I'm going to fail. Oh, no, I got momentum. Oh, my God, I got to hire people. Oh, my God, they took. I mean, that's just the way it is. It's the same with relationships. It's the same with everything. But for today, let's just look at it more of a straight line just to make the emphasis of where you were, where you started, and where you are now. So, where are you now? This is not an exercise I just came up with today so I could fill some time. When I say where are you, all change, and this is what I want you to write, all change starts with being honest with yourself. All change starts with being honest with yourself. You know, there's a lot of people in all of our lives that say, I feel blessed. I'm grateful. I should be really happy with my life. And you should be. We're here. We're breathing oxygen. 150,000 people die every single day. Today, it's none of us who are on the screen. And I feel very fortunate for that. And I'm glad you're blessed, and I'm glad you're grateful. But that doesn't mean that you should be happy with where you are. We were meant to grow. As humans, if we're not climbing, we're sliding. If we're not growing, we feel dead. That is the journey. So it's okay to be honest. You're here for a reason. Where are you in your life? Are you moving away from something painful? Are you moving towards something better? Do you want to have a clean slate? It's a new beginning. You're starting over, taking it to another level. You're really just beginning. All change. Like, where are you? So here's the cool part. You can take down these notes and you could do this again in another time. This might take you 20 minutes just to do this, to really go in. You know, I feel like I was meant for more in this world. I've tried other things in the past and people around me don't see my full potential. I got lost being a mom and a wife and doing my job, and I forgot that I'm somebody, that I'm supposed to do the thing that's calling me to do something bigger. I don't know where you are, but you do. And anchor an emotion to this. Like, where are you in your life? Right? And if life is good, which it is for most, amazing, but you're still here because you want another level. Where I'm at is I'm content. I don't want to be content anymore. I've made some money. I want to impact more lives. So all change starts with being honest with yourself. So now, if this is where you are now, where are you now? Where do you want to go? Let's pretend it's a year from now. And it was the best year of your life. Right? So many times in life, I want to share this with you. When we look at our goals, this is just a hack. You guys can, if you like it, great. If not, throw it away. Take what serves you, throw the rest away. When I look at goals moving forward, sometimes I can be overwhelmed by looking at goals because we have so much crap in our life, so many things going on. Some days, aren't you just glad when your head hits the pillow and you made it through another day? You still got your current job and you're trying this and you already talked to a couple of people and they weren't interested and your best friend says, oh my God, network marketing, that's not for you. You got to be an extrovert. You got to make people feel uncomfortable. All that crap, right? When you look through it sometimes, it's like, that seems heavy. Let me just see where this goes. Pretend you could pull yourself out of that circumstance and we could pretend it's a year from now. And instead of looking forward to where we want to go, let's look back and say, damn, that was the best year of my freaking life. What does it look like? What does that mean? What kind of freedom do you have? Did you hire a personal trainer? Did you hire a counselor to help you and your spouse get connected again so you can have intimacy, passion, and a real relationship? Did you end a toxic relationship? Did you find the love of your life? You have somebody cooking your meals so you can focus on being healthier while you work harder. Are you working from home? Do you have a team underneath you? Do you have a team that you meet with every week and you not only love helping them make money, you actually love them and you feel fired up every time you're together? What does it feel like when you're on a call and you're on a Zoom and there's 50 people working with you, then 100 people working for you? Pretend it's a year from now looking back without looking through all the clouds. I'm old enough to remember the Roadrunner. Most of you probably don't remember the Roadrunner cartoon. there was the Tasmanian devil, and it was this little devil that would spin so fast that it would have a dust cloud around him. And that's really our lives in today's crazy busy world. We have a dust cloud around us. So exit out of the dust cloud, pretend it's a year from now, look back, and here's what I'd suggest. Start writing fast. Start writing fast on what the best year of your life looks like. Yeah, it's easy to go, I'm making 40 grand a month, 100 grand a month, whatever the number is, that's easy. But I want you to write down the real stuff, guys. Remember this, money is a byproduct of value creation. And when you have money, you get to do awesome things to impact others and allow you to find who you're supposed to be. You know what money did for me when I stopped worrying about it? It made me look in the mirror and realize that I was pretty hosed up. That the reason I went through a marriage and it didn't work out. The reason that I wasn't completely attached to my family is because I dealt with so much trauma as a kid that it was making me keep my heart like a shell around it. When money got out of the way, I got to focus on me and work on get a therapist and get a counselor and go to masterminds and read books nonstop and get a coach on how to be better at love, better at a parent, better, all those things. I'd love to say, yeah, I got the Lambo. Yes, I have my own plane. I don't even show it on social media. All that stuff is cool. But can I tell you the real thing that money did for me? I got to be a better man. So where do you want to be? So when time allows, I'd love for you to pretend it's a year from now, look back and say, what does the best year of my life look like? And just write it down. What's in between here? There's a gap, right? There's a gap. There's no bridge, right? I'll get to that in a moment. None of this ever happens without attaching the next piece. If you know where you are with honesty, you know where you want to go, pretending it's a year from now and it's the best year of your life, what's missing? And I'm going to ask you to attach an emotion to it and why. You must attach the why. Why do you want to go from here to here? Why? Why are you here? Make more money? Are you here just for 50 grand a month? 20 grand a month, 5 grand a month? Is that really why you're here? Or if I had an hour with just you and I and we really dug into your life, your past, it'd be way deeper than that. Have a why so strong that when you have the tough day, when the person doesn't want to talk to you anymore, when they hang up on the phone, you didn't close the deal, you get embarrassed because you weren't perfect at your presentation. You need a why so strong that lifts your ass back up and says, we got this. Because I'm not settling for anything different. Life kicks our ass. Stuff is going to go wrong. People are going to doubt you. Your husband, your wife is going to question you. The friends that you have are going to tell you you're nuts. When you start making money, something's going to go wrong and the money's going to stop. All of these things are success tax from God, the universe, whatever you believe. Seeing if you have the stamina, the strength to keep going. Do you know how many people give up on the 5-yard line? You try, you fail, you try, you fail, and you go, this is it for me. If you just knew that God was saying, damn, I wish she tried one more time. I was just going to give it to them right after this, but they didn't prove themselves. Imagine there's a success tax auditor, and we all have to pay it. I'm sorry if some of you have to have 10 failures, and some of you have to have 100. But we have to pay it. So how do we stand this grit? How do we keep moving forward? I'm 53. I have more energy than I've ever had in my life. I don't need to work another day in my life. I work harder than I ever have because I know my why. I know it drives me every day. So I'm sorry if I'm going a little deep on that, but this is the part when somebody says, I feel like a procrastinator. I don't know if I can find the time. No one believes in me. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm sorry to really just make things simple. Your why is not strong enough. It's as simple as that. Your why is not strong enough. Maybe I've tricked my subconscious. But when stuff's not working out, I don't go, oh, I can't do this. I go, no. Nobody's making me go backwards. My kids are going to be left a legacy. None of this is easy. None of it's easy. Is making $1 million in network marketing easy? Hell no. But is life easy? In a year from now, are you still going to deal with crap? Yes or no? Are people still going to let you down? Yes or no? Are people still going to question who you are? Yes or no? Are you going to feel like an imposter more than 100 times over the next year? Hell yes. So if you're going to go through the crap anyway, you might as well go for something that could really shift your life. Listen, I just got done reading a great book, and it's something I always went after. If you're going to go after something, you might as well go big because it's the same issue. It's the same uncomfortable action you have to take. You have to be courageous. You have to move forward. You're going to have people in your life telling you you're crazy. All of it's going to happen if you're going after 1,000 a month or 100,000 a month. All the same shit is equal. You might as well go after the big number. Because if you shoot for the stars, at least you land on the moon. But if your why isn't strong enough, I promise you'll opt out. I've been doing this for 25 years. I know for a fact that you have a whole nother level of life waiting for you. But you have to decide. You have to be so passionate that no one talks you off this, that no one gets in your way, that 20 no's say, give me 20 more, I ain't stopping. That's just that is the, as Tony says, burn the boats. This is real. We got to keep moving forward. So I digressed a little bit, but now you know when people say to me, how do you have so much energy? Why do you keep going? Because my why is so damn strong. So if you know where you are right now, you got this? And you know where you want to go, what allows that to happen? This first part is why. Why the hell do you want it? At a deep level. And then the last piece, where are you? Where do you want to go? Why do you want it? The last piece is how. How are you going to build the bridge from here to here? How are you going to get there? And this is the part where most people freak out. This is where people start thinking about having everything at once. Like, oh my God, I need to be better at sales. I need to build a better downline. I need to recruit more people. I need to be a part of a better company. I need. You put it all in one thing, like a New Year's resolution. It's so overwhelming that you look at it and go, how am I going to drain the ocean? I only have a spoon. And then you go back to who you were. And then 6 months from now, you're uncomfortable with who you are and you start looking again. And then you dabble and then you go back and forth. Maybe, what if this was the time that you just stopped going back and forth? And you went all in and looked at it differently. Pedro said Kaizen. I don't know if he said that. How do you eat an elephant one step at a time? How do you run a 1,000-mile race? Or how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? How do you run a 1,000-mile race one step at a time? What if I told you it's just small little incremental pieces? You see, marketing is cumulative. Success in business, cumulative. Investing and making money, cumulative. Building a team, cumulative. If we look that we're making progress every single day, we realize that the end result will be the success you want, but you have to gain the capabilities. And here's something that I wish I would have learned earlier. This is something I wish I would have learned earlier in my life. Is I've been doing, where are you? Where do you want to go? Why do you want it? And how? I've been doing this for at least, I would bet to say 15 years. But you know what? I replaced the how recently. How can be a little overwhelming. I got a little secret for you. Replace how with who. Replace how with who. Who has already done this? Who has the capabilities to get me there? Who has the roadmap? Who has the directions? Who's already sold at this level? $1 million earners? They've already produced, they've already created all of these pieces to go from where they once were as a dreamer to now they look like they're on top of the mountain. They still had to build the bridge. They still felt like an imposter. They still got questioned by their family. They still messed up the first couple of times. They still went down to $10 in their bank account, but they gained these capabilities and all of a sudden they got to where they are. I don't want to oversimplify this because all things take work. If you recognize that you just have a gap, right? But I said something earlier. It's not just about gaining capabilities, right? You need to take that uncomfortable action to make it real. So you gain, you take action, right? If you have a relationship that used to be passionate and intimate and it's kind of dead, you're here, you want to go here. You have to gain capabilities to fire it back up, reignite it, bring love back in, or maybe it's too late. I don't know. I'm just saying we all have gaps. So I'm not trying to oversimplify network marketing or any business you want to be in. What I'm saying is recognize I have a gap. I'm really good at these 5 things. I suck at these 4. I need to find the who that's good at those 4, model what they do, and then put it in play. And don't expect miracles overnight. Kaizen, one step at a time.